You might think I'm like way out in the middle of nowhere again, but I'm not. I'm actually in a small town in northeast Pennsylvania, and we are here to explore some old mining ruins. Huge building. It was a locomotives repair shop. Roundhouse. Stuff went through here like you wouldn't believe. Hell, it was coal country. So let's go explore. This building was one of the maintenance buildings. The actual train stop station building we will see in a few minutes. This has now been repurposed into the Weatherly Area Museum, which is cool. I've never been in here, and right now the hours are a little restricted. Unfortunately, the man that basically knew everything there was to know about this area has passed. He was basically a walking encyclopedia when it came to this spot. He knew everything. See, they keep the building up nice, which is great. And one of these days, when I have a day off and they are open, we will go in there and see. Check it out. Have a little train stop. Okay, those are the ruins. We're going to be going back there in just a minute. But here's a picture, an old picture of what this used to look like in its day. Isn't that amazing? This area was jumping. You had the big building, you had the work area. There was a roundhouse here too. Back in the early to mid 1800s, because coal was king around here. And they fixed, repaired a lot of train cars here. Now this hoist, I think it's a 10-ton, it used to extend all the way out, right across the little creek there. It used to extend there, but unfortunately, a lot of it was dismantled and used for scrap, which is sad. But this was quite the operation. As you can see, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bays where they could work on the trains, the engines and cars. I know some people might try to tell me there was no roundhouse here, but there was. I will show you a picture of the old maps. This place was huge. There were like 7 rows of tracks here. It was busy. Let me tell you, it was busy. Constant flow. Now, when we get through here, when we go off to our right, oof, yes, of course, I have to stumble. Off behind there used to be smaller ancillary buildings. Buildings for storage, the office, stuff like that. But unfortunately, they're not there anymore. There is a bank there and some houses. A lot of traffic on this road in the morning. Of course, it is Monday morning. Normally I explore on the weekends, but I had today off and I figured, why not? Let's go. I'm just going to take you for a walk around here. Unfortunately, it was hard to dig up a lot of history on this place. It was sketchy, and some of the dates were sketchy too. But, a couple birds. But between the old maps and a few things that I did find, I was able to piece together quite a bit. Now, last time I was down here, I saw a huge buzzard. Got some birds of prey down here. A lot of woods, a lot of wild animals too. I wonder if this works. Let's see. No. Oh, wait. Oh my goodness. It does. How about that? But the bottom, unfortunately, is covered with sand and I can't open it. But that would have been cool, huh? This was in operation for over 100 years. After coal declined a little bit and they closed this up as a railroad workshop, somebody else took it over. They used to, some kind of iron works, I think. I think the sign is still on the other side of the building. We'll have to go see. This building was big. When coal was king, they built some really amazing buildings. I recently went down to the Mahanoy Plain with Random Outdoor Fun. It was her first time there. She was like a kid in a candy store. It was fun. We had a fun explore. I told her some of the history of it. And that same day, we went to the Bear Creek Abandoned Reservoir. That was a fun day. Hot. Hotter than you know what. Sweated our butts off, but you know what? It was a good explore. We had a good time. So, go check out her videos. She's got some good stuff. This stonework on this. I love this old stonework here. It's just, they built it so well. I mean, this is, I would call master craftsmen. They knew what they were doing. Oh my, we have a marker here. What are they doing here? Ha 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 ha. Oh, please don't tell me they're going to demolish this. That would be sad for me. Oh my goodness, they did start. Oh my God, they did start to demolish it. I guess I got here just in time. Wow. Yes, you could see the path here. Oh my God. Well, that's depressing. I mean, they could have made this into a real historic spot. You know, fix it up a little bit, stabilize the weak parts a little bit, and have some stuff in here. Have a little festival or something. Because let's face it, this building is, what's left of it is pretty sound. Gosh, look at that. Wow. I'll have to see if I could find some of my old pictures of here to show you what it looked like before they started smashing this. Oh, wow. That's a little upsetting, to say the least. Yeah, they're definitely doing something here. Jeez. Well, I'm hoping I could get down to the roundhouse, what's left of it, I should say, just the foundation basically, because it is close to the creek. And 2 days ago we had quite a bit of a soaker, so you know, if it's knee deep, obviously I'm not going to go, but we could see the top of it at least. So let's walk around a bit. Geez, all this wonderful old stonework. Say bye-bye. I'll have to see if I can find out what they're going to put here. Oh, golly. Okay, we got bags over there. Let's look at the back of the building. I'm pretty sure that the iron company that took this over, I think it was in operation till the 70s. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I could be. Not 100% sure on that one. I'm what I would call a semi-local. Kind of local. Used to come down here a lot when I was a kid, but I'm not a local. I don't know everything about it. So, if you could help me out. These rocks right here, stone wall, is the edge of the roundhouse, part of it. And there's a big giant chunk of macadam here. So, let's crawl over this. Oh gosh, pardon me. So here's part of the stone wall of the roundhouse. And I am going to call it a roundhouse because that's what it's called on the old maps. It's not a turntable. The turntable was where the houses are now built, according to the old maps. It's all filled in with ivy and everything. Wow, it's really covered. Stonework is really covered. All the tracks that were on top of it have been removed for scrap. You can see here's the creek, Hazel Creek. I'm surprised it's not higher. It's a little bit higher than usual, but not too high. But with all that rain we had 2 days ago, I thought it would be much higher. Now this is just a little hole. It really doesn't go deep. It just goes under there. In fact, it would be a real squeeze to get in there. So, and the roundhouse goes around and around, and it ends over there. Let's go walk up on top of it now. Here's the back of the building. We're going to be going back through there in a minute. Let's walk around the top of the roundhouse. When you're up here, you wouldn't even know you were on top of a roundhouse. All you see is the round edge and flat here. This would be around the center of it. But as you can see, there's no evidence that it was ever here. And right over there, I'd have to double check on the map again. There were like 8 sets of tracks there. And they would go down. They would go down to the Lehigh that way towards Jim Thorpe. Alongside here is another building, and this one's quite interesting. It sits basically right on the edge of the creek. I will get it from the other side. What is this big thing? Looks like a tabletop. What is that? And they have some storage here for whatever it is they're going to do. Oh, look. They look like targets. That's what it looks like. This was quite the operation in the day. Wish I could go back in time, check it out, especially with the monoplane. They pulled 1.37 billion, that's right, billion tons of coal through there. It was amazing. Okay, I think there's a date here. Okay, this building was built in 1873. I know the other building was built earlier. The borough city has some stuff stored in here. But you see, this building sits right on the edge of the creek. You get that a little better. Right on the edge. I would really love to see them do some restoration here. But we'll see. We will see. Okay, here's the sign. LVRR engine shop. And there we are, the dates. 1867 to 1910, and then the steel company, 1913 to 1989. Restoration and reuse. I hope they do. That would make me really happy. I know it would make a lot of people happy to see this preserved. And we're back to the front again. Now, these supports, caissons, whatever you want to call them, in the middle of the creek were there to support, like I said, the from the hoist. There were iron rails that came so they could hoist things right across all the tracks, and to get the most bang for their buck, you know, so they could get the trains from this track that were so close to the creek, they had to put the base in the creek, the end of the hoisting iron rails. That's where they put them. Went right across the creek. So how cool is that? I would have loved to see that. Well, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little sad that they're going to be tearing this down, or I should say it looks like they're going to be tearing this down. Oh, I need to find out what they're going to do here. Anyhow, be safe out there. Hope to see you soon. Peace, baby.